Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of a Nation Wave, and this is day 25 of the December daily draws. Let's see what message we get today. And I'll be taking the first card from the Seasons of the Witch Winter Tarot, followed by an Oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. And of course, it's the 25th, so it's Christmas Day. So those that are celebrating, have a wonderful, safe, and enjoyable, rewarding Christmas Day, and celebrate whatever holidays that you're celebrating with friends, family, or even just by yourself. I wish you all the best. So here we go. Here we'll go here. So we have the Artisan of Winter Wands. So this is the Queen of Wands. So we're nurturing, developing our passions and our visions for what we want to achieve. We may be thinking about what we want to do in the coming months ahead as we approach a new year. We may be thinking about what next for us. We've had that with the Two of Wands, choosing our next step. And once we've decided where we want to be, then we have to develop our vision for how we're going to get there, for what kind of goal that we're reaching out for. We may have gotten we know what, more or less the essence of what we want to get, what we want to move towards. We've maybe done a Two of Wands moment, and with our intention at least, selected a possible route to get there. And now the Queen of Wands helps us to develop a bit more about how we're going to create the way forward to achieve that goal, and also maybe flesh out that goal, that end result a little bit, what we're aiming for. We may have got the essence of it, but we may need to expand it a little. We need to be able to see more detail of what it will involve when we've actually achieved it. We may know the core thing that we want, but what it comes wrapped up in, what it comes, what the nature, or what the full picture is going to be, perhaps we haven't fully formed yet, and the Queen of Wands will help us to do that. So it's getting that clearer vision. It's nurturing our passion and motivation in order to sustain us through the journey to its fulfillment. This means to encourage ourselves. It means to build our confidence. Maybe do a couple of steps, easy steps, simpler steps, to perhaps some of the more challenging ones that may lie ahead, to build our confidence. Because once you've achieved a couple of steps along the way towards your ultimate goal, then you get that sense of, well, I've achieved something. I'm a step closer, or a couple of steps closer, and that builds your confidence as you go, and that will sustain you when you perhaps get to a bit of a tougher step, which is a bit more involved. But you can recognize how far you've already come, and that will give you the confidence to know that whatever challenge you're meeting, you can deal with it. So and I look at it. She's like looking at this particular bauble here. She's got a candle here. That's the setting of her intention. But she's also got the glowing sort of bauble here that she's got in her hand, and maybe she can see that she's helping her to visualize. This bauble may represent in her hand what it means when she's actually got the thing in her life, how it's going to affect it, what is it in its fullness. As I say, she may have the seed of the goal that she's aiming for. She may have the very basic core of it, but what is it? She's going to fill it out a bit, and she's looking at that and wondering, and as she's picturing it, it's also building up her motivation. It's visualizing it, so it's becoming a reality to her, sort of like in her mind, in her spirit. It's becoming part of her, which helps to sustain her motivation and her passion for its completion. And also, the more that she sees it, the more that her desire for it perhaps increases. So she's nurturing that within herself. And that's what this card is asking us to do, is to nurture our vision, our aims within ourselves, to build our connection with it so that we keep the motivation when the challenges do come, and the temptation would be to give up. Or, we lose heart. No, this keeps us motivated because we can visualize what we saw here. We can, when we're picturing it, we know we can have before us why it is that we're meeting the challenges, because this is what we're going to get to. And that will help us persist and see it through to the end. So this is what I believe the Queen of Wands is asking us to do, is to build our confidence, our motivation deep in our spirits in order to sustain us as we move towards the goal we have set for ourselves. Okay, let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Okay, here we go. A reef. And to me, this is about a cycle. Yes, it can represent, it could very well go with the death card, transition, in the sense that, and we have Christmas wreaths, don't we, sometimes, that we hang up on doors and things like that. And to me, that symbolizes like the ending of the present year. And as we're commemorating the ending of one year, but the cycle then continues with the birth of a new year that lies ahead. So we're remembering, we're giving thanks for the past year, but a lot of the things, the past, we're letting go of some of the things that we don't need to take forward anymore from this year. We can let them go as this year ends, and we can then be free to move forward into the new year, to begin to bring in the new things that we want, that we set in our hearts on. And, we start a new cycle in our life journey, and we can bring these new things in that we're looking at. So it's like, and I love how I positioned it here, that she's got her back to this, in a sense that she's seeing, putting her back to the past and looking ahead to the future. And that is what the cards would advise us to do. Give thanks for all the things that you've experienced and how you've grown and learned things, and the fact that you've managed to get to the end of the year. I mean, not quite at the end yet, but we're approaching the end. It's the end next week. And that you can let some of the things go that you don't need to hold on to, and prepare the way for the future as we start a new year soon, and all the new possibilities that we'll face. So I believe that is the message of the cards today. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 26. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.